Yes, it is.
Hey, hey, Trey Trey.
What's up, baby?
I always act awkward when people ask me what's up because I feel like I need to answer the question, but you're not supposed to actually answer the question.
Who
But
said you're not supposed to answer the question?
what's up? Like, what am I supposed to say? I'm good. How are
The
you?
sky.
That's,
Whatever you want.
that's lame. Saying the sky or the roof is lame.
No. Like, the thing is, I feel like as much as someone has the right to ask you a question, you have the right to answer it. Don't ask me questions you don't want answers to.
Because I always want to
Simple.
say the roof, but then I'm like, that's lame, bro. Don't say
Do
that.
it. Do it. Do it. Because why you ask me questions if you don't want answers?
Mm,
Why you ask me questions if you don't want answers? Exactly. 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 So no, do it.
all right.
Say the thing that you want to say. If the people say, what's up? The sky, the roof, my fan, my wallpaper, crown molding, all of it.
All right. The
Anyway,
curtain, everything.
the curtain.
Anyway, guys, welcome to I Was Thinking with
Try.
and Chili, the podcast where we talk about what we've been thinking. This week, we are linking back to what we talked about last week, moving into sleep.
Yo.
We're talking about dreams, thinking about dreams,
Dream.
the thoughts you have when your eyes are closed.
What your brain is thinking when you are sleeping. Sleepy thoughts.
Yes. So, Trey
A
Trey,
sleepy.
what have
Yes, my
you
darling.
been thinking while you were sleeping?
Okay, so if you watched our previous episode, which you should have, um, I mentioned actually that I have a recurring dream that has been plaguing me for the longest time. You know how, like, obviously, I mean, this is a thought. I don't know if this links to anything because we didn't actually come up with a structure for this. We were literally just like dreams. So this is why I'm just telling you guys the story. So can I tell you what my recurring dream is, ne? What it is, it's always like it's a format of a dream as opposed to like a dream itself. Like it doesn't always play out exactly the same. Like it doesn't always look the same, but it's the same format. So the dream goes like this. Ne? I am in preparation to get married. Ne?
Okay.
Right? I'm in preps for my wedding. But without fail, yeah, I'm always in preparation to get married. So I'm telling you like the facts. These things
Okay.
happen in I've had this dream, just to give you context. I've had this dream at least maybe twice a year for the past 7 years. At least. Or a version of this
Okay.
dream. Okay. I think seven. It may have been longer, actually, if I'm honest. But I'm just gonna say seven because that's a number I can reach for that I know is definitely true. But
Okay.
it could be longer. It's not shorter than seven.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the format is I'm preparing for my wedding. I don't absolutely love my husband or the person I'm about to marry. It's
Okay.
giving. It's giving. I'm settling energy.
Okay.
Straight up.
All right.
Every time. It's
Okay.
always like someone that is okay, not a bad choice. Just
Mm-hmm.
you'll be fine if you marry this person. You won't be unhappy. Like it's very much a settling situation. So it's
Okay.
giving, I don't, not even arranged marriage, more just like settling. Like it's not like someone chose this person for me. It's I chose this person,
For you.
but they're not, you know, they're not the number one source of my life. Okay, cool. That's one. That's two. Three, the dream always ends. It always ends just as I'm about to walk down the aisle. I never see myself get married. I just see myself like getting to the aisle. I never walk the aisle. But it's like, and it's always those three factors that are common to every dream. Sometimes it's like a longer preparation period, so like the week before the wedding. Sometimes it's a little period before the wedding. Like, but there's always a wedding, a person that is like I'm settling for, and it ends before I walk down the aisle. Those are like common every time, without
Hmm.
fail.
Oh no. Tracy, can you hear me?
Yep, she is.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. I was like,
I
either
don't know
you're
what
really
happened.
catching me hard or you're frozen. And I was like, it's getting out of hand now, Chilala. Jeez,
Yeah,
there's no
you're
need to
frozen on
give
the
me
side
that
as
look for
well.
that long. It's not that bad.
No,
I
there's
was
no
like, damn.
judgment. I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. What do you think is the cause for the dreams?
Honestly, there's a lot that I think this also links back to our like online dating
I
episode
was thinking
and
that.
just yeah, it links back to our online dating episode. But the really interesting thing is, like I said, I've been having this dream for so long that every time it happens, because it's never expected. Like it's not
Hmm.
like I wait for this dream to happen. It happens, like I said, every maybe twice, sometimes three times a year, every year without fail. And I think probably it may boil down to something along the lines of maybe like it's that time where I'm just like, I'm ready. I just want a boyfriend. Like the loneliness is kicked in. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I'm desiring
Mm.
marriage very hard, and my brain is just like telling me this is what you're desiring or something. The really interesting thing though is I'm not unhappy in all of these dreams. Remember, I've been doing this for over 7 years or 7 or so years.
Mm.
I'm not unhappy in all of them. I'm just very aware that I am settling, if you get me. Like I'm
Interesting.
not like I'm not sitting there, I'm not bummed about it.
Yeah.
Because as I said, in every dream, I chose this person.
Hmm.
You get. So it's not actually no. Sorry, I lied. Some of them are arranged.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple that were arranged, but a lot of them I chose this person myself. So it's not horri, I can't walk away. But granted, the things that build up is like the wedding's planned. Everyone's invited. I have a dress. He has a suit. It's awkward. What am I gonna say?
Is this,
Type
and
of
have
vibe.
you seen this person before, or is it just like a random face in a dream?
So it's
Does it
interesting. Like
change?
it's always like a depending. I mean, like I said, I've been having this dream for so long that um sometimes it was like my crush, which is
Hmm.
interesting. But other times it was just like a person. No particular face, just a face type of vibe.
Has it ever been this guy from EXO?
No. It's yeah, it's no, it hasn't. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's an interesting dream. I do think
Fascinating.
maybe it does link to like as the dating episode where it's like I've
When you
always thought that
discovered,
I could,
yeah, you always
yeah,
thought that you could settle, and then you realized, huh,
I
I'm bored.
no, I can't. And I think I think it might be linked to that. The only thing that freaks me out is I've been having the dream continuously for years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just something interesting that happens to me. I haven't, ironically though, I haven't had it. Did I have one last year? No, I haven't had one since I've been in Korea.
This is very
So,
interesting. So what's your take on dreams in general? Like where do they come from? What are they?
so from what I'm aware, dreams are, sorry guys, I got bitten by something, bro. I hope it's not something crazy because in this country you never know. Anyway, from what I've been told, dreams are your brain organizing your thoughts from the day, from life, from whatever.
Hmm.
It's just your brain taking the information and synthesizing it to be stored and packed away the way it needs to. It's your
Mm.
brain doing stock take of
Okay.
what's happened, what you've thought, and what you've done.
Hmm.
So I don't think you should put too much stock into dreams, if I'm honest with you,
Mm.
because it's just an amalgamation of all the things that are happening in your brain at the same time. It's like taking stock of your intrusive thoughts. Just because you want to throw the baby
Is that your
doesn't mean
leg?
you're a bad person. Yeah, it is. Sorry, guys, those bites got me, brother. So yeah, we're experiencing me in a lot of ways today. Anyway, but yeah, like just because you want to throw the baby doesn't mean you must throw the baby. You get me?
Hmm.
But you thinking about throwing the baby might be in your dreams. So does that mean that you're a person who throws babies?
Mm.
No. Like, so yeah, it's
Interesting.
just yeah, it's your brain organizing your thoughts. What about you? What do you think of dreams?
So for me, I have different beliefs. A lot to do with my upbringing as well. So
Yeah.
from what I've been told and experienced, what I know is that there's three categories of dreams.
Okay.
Okay. First category is what you said, that's your brain processing thoughts.
Okay.
Um, I always know I've been binge watching too much when like characters appear in my dreams. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm meeting a king from the Joseon dynasty. Okay. It's a bit much now. Need to pull back, type of
Okay.
thing. And then the second is messages from God. So from the Bible, there's a lot of people that were spoken to through their dreams. So I believe some dreams are God speaking to us. And then the third one is actually like spiritual attacks. So the enemy trying to attack you through your mind, through your dreams.
Okay.
So that's what I've been taught. Different spiritual journeys I've been on and different churches I've attended and stuff like that. At one point, actually, in our house, we had a dream dictionary. Um, but then I was like, the different people are saying different things. And I think if we're talking of symbolism, our lives are so complex and different that symbols are going to be subjective. So yeah, I
Mm.
kind of I don't believe in the dream dictionary.
Ah, wish Chilala you had found that for this episode. You sleeping on the job, bro. Oh, that would have been pure entertainment, Chilala.
Oh my word. No, but I mean, I still remember the name of the main one that we looked at. It was Elisha Goodman, who's like this spiritual person. Elisha Goodman's Dream Dictionary. Let's see if we can find it.
Find it. Because it's time. We might be able to crack the code on my recurring dream.
So yeah, those are 40 dream secrets. No, 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 no. Uh, I wanted the dream dictionary itself. Uh,
Not Alicia disappointing us.
to order your
Come.
dream code ebook, yeah, you have to order it or download, blah. No, no, I'm not giving you my email. Uh,
Let's go free.
40 Common Dreams 101 to, okay, 40 Common Dreams and how to deal with them.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay,
First,
we'll get
finish
to that.
talking about
Anyway, let
what
me
you're talking
finish.
about,
Yeah, what I was
and
saying.
then and then we'll come back to that because
Right.
I'm curious. Continue.
So, like with the first category, where it's like it's your brain processing things. I've heard people talk about like pizza dreams, which is, I guess, the dream they call after you've had like pizza and fallen asleep, just like weird, random, chaotic dreams that they believe don't really mean anything. You've not heard these terms before? You're looking at me like, what?
What the hell is a pizza dream?
Let's ask Google to define it. It's like,
So wait,
crazy. Yeah.
so a crazy dream that happens as a result of eating pizza.
That's kind of the idea. Like you had pizza, you're full, and then you fell asleep, and then your brain started conjuring up things. Um,
Is pizza to blame for my bad dreams?
it could be.
I know cheese. I've heard about cheese affecting your dreams. Someone, yeah, I think they told me
Okay.
once about, yeah, cheese.
A pizza dream is a term for a vivid, chaotic, or random, often caused by eating heavy foods like pizza shortly before bed. Like,
Yo, I did have a pizza dream. Dude, we had pizza. When was it? On Wednesday. And then I had pizza. Oh my gosh, that pizza screwed me over. I also had indigestion also. Guys, why are the things that they say are nice not nice? They're not good for you. I had pizza at work, right, for
hmm
lunch, and then there was leftover, so they gave it to me, and I had it for supper. And like the problem with pizza though is I was chewing on it in jail. Like I was just like "Nom, nom, 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 nom." And then I went to bed and I slept weird.
hmm
It's the pizza.
The pizza.
Guys, I feel like I'm starting to reach that age where, like, how you start making health decisions based on, like, your logic as opposed to based on, like, healthy things, if that makes any sense. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not doing it because general knowledge says you mustn't eat pizza. I'm doing it because pizza makes me sleep funny. Like, I'm
I
getting to
don't
that
like,
point
I
in
feel
my
like,
age.
apart from me being gluten intolerant, after I eat pizza, I feel like I smell like the cheese. I don't know if it like gets on my
I
upper
don't know.
lip or what it is,
I don't
but
know
I
about
just
that.
smell cheese and kind of grosses me out. I feel like cheese is
The
coming
really
out of my
interesting
pores.
thing is I think, actually, now that I think about it, but I've had pizza more, like, I've had pizza again recently. I think that the pizza I had, because it's proper New York style, like greasy, cheesy, tomatoey,
It's
saucy,
giving heartburn.
pepperoni. Yeah, like it was a heartburn waiting to happen. That one screwed me over. But Korean pizza actually treats me pretty well, I think, if I'm honest. But also, Korean pizza always just has the craziest toppings, my G.
Like
Like they
what?
go ham like we do. Like in South Africa. You know where we just put things on a pizza. Can I tell you a
Like
pizza I really miss?
ribs.
Yeah. Can I tell you a pizza I really miss?
Okay.
The tangy Russian from Romans.
Tangy Russian. I don't think I've had that.
You have had it.
Is it the one where the
I
Russian
made
is in the
sure.
crust? There's like a sausage in the crust.
No, no, it's the one where the Russian is on the pizza and it's got the caramelized onion.
I don't think I've had that, Trey.
You
I've
have.
never heard of it, bro.
I have bought that pizza for Tribe more than once
Have you?
and made sure it was present. You have had it.
Okay.
You don't remember it, which is sad because it's the best pizza those people make.
You know which
Yo, those
one
people
I
put their
love from
foot.
Romance Pizza? So our house, my brother always liked the chicken barbecue, so we always get chicken barbecue and one other thing. One time my mom came home
He
with this.
really is a child, huh? Chicken barbecue. The
One
flavors
time.
are so simple. Chicken barbecue is so simple.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But one time my mom came with this and I've loved it ever since. Okay. Before I tell you the one I really like, I also like there's this it's like a chicken mayo and feta one. I like that one.
oh, that is delicious.
Yeah.
Putting chicken mayo on a pizza. Who knew, guys? Who knew? Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
I discovered it at Nemo's in university. Now let me put you on some game. Chicken mayo and rib with some bacon.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, next time I'm in SA, might have to try that. Okay, so this other
Do it.
one was, and I didn't think I would
Anyway,
like it
sorry.
as much as I do, but I love it. It's caramelized onion and olives. And there's another topping I can't remember. But the main highlight is the caramelized onion and the olives. And I just love it so much. It doesn't sound
Yeah,
like it
dude.
should be a pizza topping, but ooh,
No, dude,
it's
like I'm not
good.
gonna lie. Like, I don't know if you're talking about Romans, but Romans knows how to caramelize an onion.
Yeah, it's
Them
Romans.
people crack the code. It's such a gourmet thing for such cheap pizza.
Mm,
But like they really know how to caramelize the onion that side by
yeah,
them. Like I'm just like, cause literally the caramelized onion is what pushes that tangy Russian to the
Is
top.
that
Because what it is,
sweetness with the salty?
yeah, because you know
Ooh,
how salty a Russian is, right?
yeah.
And like because it's a Russian, not pepperoni or anything super salty. Because a Russian is salty, but it's not like
It's not as salty
salty.
as pepperoni, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like it gives way for other flavors. So it works with the cheese because they don't fight each other with salty
yeah,
salty. And then you put the caramelized onion to create the UN, the Switzerland that makes them come together as a union of beautiful pizza
yeah,
of world peace. Oh, floppers, delicious.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho, coming back to dreams.
Ah, okay. Anyway,
Coming
you
back
were
to
saying
dreams. So, as I was saying, in the Bible, there's a lot of people that got messages from God through dreams, right?
yes.
So, in my family, dreams have always been like a big thing.
Okay.
Sometimes too big in my personal opinion. But anyway, this has led to, because there's like dreams that are like warnings, there's dreams that are like, maybe a message of good things to come, and you need to pray that those things come, or warnings, you need to pray against those warnings, or an attack from the enemy, you need to pray against the attack from the enemy. So, my family is quite heavy on like spiritual warfare kind of thing. So, dreams are something that personally I don't like, I'm uncomfortable with because for a long time there was a lot of fear attached to them. Because having a bad dream is
Okay.
not just having a bad dream. That could possibly be an attack from the enemy or warning from God. You need to like stand and like pray against that and stuff. And for a long time, I was just like kind of wanting to ignore them. I got tired of the whole fight, basically. And yeah, like a night where I don't remember my dream, or a morning rather, where I don't remember my dreams for me, I'm good with that. But my mom's like, oh my gosh, I need to remember my dreams. I need to remember my dreams so I can address them and tackle them and all that stuff. So there is a lot of hyper spirituality attached to
When
dreams.
you
That's
say
why.
address and tackle, what does that entail?
So if it's a negative dream, you need to pray against it. If it's a positive
Ah.
dream, then you need to pray for its manifestation. That's why I was surprised when you were so chill about your dream, especially recurring dreams. The moment you say recurring, immediately it's like, oh, if it's recurring, I need to pay attention to that. Or it could be your thoughts. It could be something that's like deeply within your thought that you need to deal with. But typically, my mom has leans more to the spiritual side. So I have this kind of inner battle, inner conflict when it comes to dreams. I
Okay,
did,
wait. So
yes.
if let's play devil's advocate. If you
Mhm.
were your mom and I told you what I told you, what would you have said?
Ooh, would be praying right now, bro.
Praying what though?
It would be firstly the fact that why aren't you making it to the aisle? Or like, why aren't you making it to the end stage? Two, why are you settling? Like this person, why aren't you
Say it.
making it? This person we're settling for, like God doesn't want you to settle. He wants the best for you. So this person could be actually like, this could be a demon. This could be a spiritual husband that you need to pray against. I don't know if you've ever heard about spiritual husbands and spiritual wives.
No.
Let me tell you, girl.
Chilala, I
Yes.
feel an episode coming, baby. Because what is happening? What do you mean?
Girl, a spiritual husband or spiritual wife is basically like a spiritual entity power that like stands in your way of being in like a re proper relationship that God wants to for you. And they basically attract problems and darkness to your life because they've married you spiritually and you need to pray hard to get delivered from them and to break the bonds that you have with them. We had very different
Nah.
upbringings.
Hey, man, hold on. Let me sit up straight. Hold on. That could make a lot of sense. That one. That could, if that's the truth,
Hmm.
it'll explain a lot. Okay? A
Hmm.
lot.
Okay.
A lot would be explained.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
What? Okay, anyway, sorry. There's what?
No,
Okay.
there's so much. That's why I said, like, for me, dreams, when you mentioned you wanted to talk about dreams, I was like, okay, Lord. Because it's been such a big thing in my life and in my upbringing for such a long time. Like, if someone had a dream about you, I'm
Talk
always
more
like,
about it. I feel like, I mean, granted, we can get into the nitty-gritties and our little.
hey,
Okay, I do want us to go on the unpack, but I do want you to talk more about what dreams are to you. Sorry, we went down a pathway there because
yeah,
you caught my ear. Caught
yeah.
my ear. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, to wrap up, three types of dreams. Your thoughts being processed in the night, messages from God, or an attack from the enemy. Now, I will say I've had different kind of experiences, but the main one that really sticks out to me is a time when like God spoke to me. Like I've said, different I've had negative feelings towards dream. I'd rather not dream, right? And my spiritual journey has been very interesting because at a point we had a lot of different prophets speaking to our lives, and at one point they tried to convince me I'm a prophet. Anyway, lots of things were happening, and so at that point it was like, okay, pay attention to your dreams because God may be speaking to you. Like there was just a lot of emphasis that was placed on dreams. So this is why I tend to anyway.
Damn, me just being like, hey, girl, I've got a fun topic. You're like, this is heavy. I'm
This is
like,
girl. My lighting is weird, no? What happened?
now it is. Yeah, you did something. What did you do?
Hold on.
What did you do?
Is it fine?
Mm,
It's a bit dark.
no, you did something. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Hold on.
Did you
I'm
move
using
over?
my.
Uh-huh.
Is this
That
better?
that's what you did.
It's better.
Yes.
Okay.
Because for a moment there, what it looked like was you took your lighting away and all of a sudden there were shadows on your face. And I was like,
Yeah. What happened?
why? Okay. I
Yeah.
may be disappearing, but one of us will look good on the internet, Chilala. Continue.
Okay. So this is one moment that for me, like when I think about when God has spoken to me, this is the moment that stands out. And during this time, I was in my Bible. I was consistent, you know what I'm saying? Like I was proper praying and stuff. And I remember a passage that I had read just a few weeks before, like this day, was talking about how God, there's a verse in the Bible where Jesus says, like, my sheep know my voice and I know my sheep, the voice of a stranger they will not follow. So, a few weeks later, I had this nightmare basically, and I wake up and I'm panicking because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to pray. Anytime I have a bad dream, I immediately want to call my mom and be like, pray with me, pray for me, because you have all those like spiritual warfare words that I don't have. But anyway, so I wake up,
A
I'm in a
rebuke.
panic. Yes, the rebuke, the reject, all that. I wake up, I'm in a panic, just had a nightmare. I'm about to, like get into like my best attempt at warfare prayers. And I just heard God speak very, very still. very stable, just said, that wasn't me. And peace just coming to my heart after that. So I truly do believe that, at least for me, the enemy does try to use dreams to bring up fear in me.
Mm.
So that moment, oh, yeah, just that wasn't me. And then remembering the voice I'd read some time back, like the voice of a stranger, they will not follow. And the peace that came over me, I was just like, okay, I don't need to panic about this. I don't need to stress about this. We're good. So I am a big believer that dreams aren't just dreams. I do think there's some dreams that are just our thoughts being processed, but I also think there's dreams that are spiritual.
I'm annoyed about the spiritual husband because I'm just like, my thing though is I'm like, how did I get a spiritual husband? Do you get me?
Mm.
Like, like how
If
does
you
that
do,
happen?
hopefully you don't, but how does a person come to
No, but
be?
no, now we here. Now now we here. So let's talk
Hmm.
about it. How did that happen? I
I'm
am
sure.
Chilala. You can't now just throw me information and
I
then walk
don't
away.
know. I'm sure there's all manner of theories. It could be the people from your father's side, your mother's side, someone you bumped into at school. I
Can
don't
I say
know.
something interesting? Can I say
Uh-huh.
something interesting? I have a theory.
Hmm.
Do you want to go down the rabbit hole? Because this is gonna send us
Let's
somewhere.
go. That's what this podcast
Okay,
is.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Okay. So there are two options. First option, someone from my dad's side. Sorry, family, but let's be honest. Someone from my dad's side.
Standing in the way of your progress.
Literally, as you said it, it was like, that's one. Option two, my very first boyfriend. It
Okay,
didn't end,
why?
it
Okay.
didn't end well. Um, and honestly, it was just the fact that like, but also like we were young and stupid. Like it was just the fact that I was like, I broke up with him, but yeah, I broke up with him and I was done because I was like, it's over now. It's fine. But he came back a couple years later and moved wild.
What do you do?
Okay, so in the breakup, I was a little bit nonsense, I'm not gonna lie. So in the breakup, what happened? So, oh yeah. So we were talking back and forth, whatever. Relationship was going cute, whatever it is. It honestly, if I tell you the real truth, we weren't very emotionally invested in each other, if I tell you the honest and real truth. We
Okay.
weren't. It was a physical relationship. Sorry, mom. Not that she's gonna listen to this. Let's be serious. Anyway, but yeah, it was a physical. Also, I'm grown. But yeah, it was a very physical relationship. That was the whole basis of our relationship.
Mm.
And the minute we stopped being physical, because just like time and like logistics weren't coming together,
Hmm.
like the
Now
minute
you
we
have
stopped being
clarity when you're
physical,
not being physical
yeah,
anymore.
I had the clarity of, do I even like this person?
Hmm.
And then yeah, we reached December and he was going back home because he was from Zim. He still is from Zim, though. But yeah, he's from Zim. So he went back home and like we were talking about, like December, what was gonna happen in December, whatever. And I was like, this was my first time trying to break up with someone or like trying to end something, right? So I was just like, yeah, no, like when you go back in like Zim, just like be free. Don't worry about me. Like, just be free, bruh. Like, I'm me. We free. Like, I was
That
trying to
was
like
you
hint
breaking
that
up with
like,
him.
be free type of vibe.
Hmm.
It's like, no, but I'm like, no, 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 dog, no, dog, be free. be free
Be
type
free.
of vibe. And then
You
um
free, I'm free, we free.
we both free. And then what happened? Sorry, this is a very long time ago. And then I think he came back in Jan and he's like, I think I love you. And I was like, no. And then I think I ghosted him. I think. I can't remember. All I know is he got his own back. Revenge was gotten years later. So anyway, years later, finds me on Facebook. We start talking because I'm like, I mean, we were young. Let's chat, whatever. And like, it was kind of getting cute. It was something, you know what I'm saying? Only for me to find out he has a girlfriend. And the way I found out was so weirdly messy. Like it was one of those things where I'm like, but you didn't have to talk to me. Like, why are we here? Like, why? This
Huh.
drama fetched me from peace. Like I was fine.
Mm.
You weren't even on my radar. I wasn't looking for you. And you found me. And the funny thing is, I apologized. That was parts of the beginnings of that conversation. Because you know when you find people on Facebook and you're just like, hey, how are you? How are you? How's life? Blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah. And like I actually said, I'm like, yo, I apologize for the way I moved, dog. I was young, I was stupid. I really do apologize. And we were just having like general cool chats. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a thing. And then, like, all of a sudden, it was a thing. And I was like, I mean, okay, I guess we could maybe explore now that we're both like grown and
Mm-hmm.
adults and not kids anymore. Chicky chicky, all of a sudden, can't you know he has a girlfriend, been with the girlfriend. I think he was engaged, actually. Wait! Yeah, he was engaged, my G.
Yeah. How did you find out he had a girlfriend, fiance?
When? So, no, what happened was, what did he say? We were talking, right? We were talking,
Uh-huh.
talking, talking. And then I don't know if I stalked him or I just started asking questions where no, I remember I started asking questions and he just started answering honestly. You know when people just like they give you the hints and you must figure out the story, if that makes
Uh-huh.
any sense. Because he's like he can't say he lied. You get me? Like that whole but I didn't lie. You know
Okay.
that nonsense. But I
Uh-huh.
didn't lie to you. So I
Okay.
just started asking the right questions and I started getting answers for my questions type vibe. And yeah. And then that
Wow.
happened. And then I was like, yeah, dude. And then we stopped talking because obviously I was like, what do you mean? I'm gonna end this conversation, whatever it is. Mara, when you said spiritual husband, hey, he popped up in my brain, bro. Hey, hey,
Yo.
hey.
So I actually want to ask you a question because this is
What's
something
up?
that it's one of those terms that gets thrown around when Christians are talking about like relationships, especially when there's physical relationships outside of marriage and stuff like that. And I
Uh,
don't really know what this is, but I want to get your take on it. What do you think? What are your thoughts on soul ties?
I have none. I don't believe in them.
Okay.
But this is my thing though, is I'm also just like, and I want this noted as this is one of those, this is the thing about my relationship history and just the odd way it's played out.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's not that odd. I don't know. Like, this is my thing is also what is odd? Because the thing about a relationship history is it's a relationship history. You're an
Yeah.
individual. There's no right way for anything to happen. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't know if it's right or wrong until it's right or you know what I mean? Like, how do you know if it's right or wrong? It's like people saying something is normal. What's
What's
normal?
normal?
You
Yeah.
get. But yeah, anyway, so that being said, I have never ascribed to any of those things just simply because I didn't grow up learning about them. They weren't a
Mm-hmm.
thing. They weren't on my radar, didn't ponder it, whatever it is. It's just of recent, I've just thought about these things a lot. But I think it's also because of the fact that I've spent a lot of time just spiritually by myself, if that makes any sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
spending time in conversation with God and trying to hear his voice genuinely in
Mm-hmm.
however way he wants to communicate because I'm also just like I want a level of I want more like spiritual connection in that way. It doesn't necessarily have to be the full-on performances or whatever it is, but I want that feeling of like that moment of peace where you're like it's not me. I
Hmm.
want to at least have those moments where I can feel like I heard the voice of God in
Hmm.
whatever format, however it arrives. And because of that and that recent death development and desire, I've started opening my brain more to understanding the fact that it's possible that, like, I don't believe in these things, but there might be something to it, if that
Mm.
makes any sense.
Okay.
Like, it might not be 100% what everybody is saying it is, where
Yeah.
now, like,
Hmm.
but there might be something there. Do you get me? Like,
Yeah.
it's not nothing, but it's not everything.
Hmm. I
That's kind of where I'm at.
I
Where
hear
I'm
you.
like, I let you cook. I don't know if I'm gonna eat it, but I let you cook.
Yeah.
I might smell it, I might taste it, but I'm not gonna eat the whole meal
Hmm.
because I've been okay without it. But
Uh-huh.
then I'm also like, relationally, have I been okay without it?
So my thing is because I've had so many different kind of ideas and thoughts and beliefs around me that I had to get to a point where I'm just like, okay, it needs to be me, God, and His Word, and Him building up and helping me understand and revealing things to me because there's so many different theories and beliefs out there. I'm just like, it's too
Mm.
much. A lot of people sound confused. I actually just I needed to kind of back to basics and let's build from there. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not ignoring a lot of the like spiritual stuff. I definitely believe that, we have a spiritual enemy and there are spiritual things at play around us that, may affect our lives in different ways. But I'm also just like, right now my eyes need to be on Jesus. Like I need to be focusing on God
Mm.
and let him reveal to me what he wants to reveal to me and we can go from there. I will say anytime I get well, maybe not anytime, but there's been multiple times where I get maybe complacent in my relationship with God and I haven't been very diligent. I will have a kind of nightmare that I take as a warning where I'm like, okay, I opened the door to the enemy here, that they have access to
Mm.
me in this way. It also that connected to a preaching that I heard from what's her name, Stephanie Ike, which I don't know if I fully
Mm.
agree with everything she says, but um yeah, I these dreams will typically come when I've been distant from God, when I've not been diligent. I'm like, okay. We've strayed, we've opened the door, to the enemy. So let's get back to being in the presence of God. Well, I mean, his presence is always there, but I think you know what I mean.
Mm.
Mm. But yeah, basically just getting back in the word so that my mind is filled more with his word or that I'm closer, more connected, um, and less distracted, so to speak. So yeah, but I'm not full in the whole like um warfare. I in my mind that's how I categorize it. The whole warfare scene where
Mm.
it's, getting up at midnight and tearing down strongholds of the enemy and all that jazz. Although it's been a big part of like my family for such a long time, but I'm trying to find my feet from Bible first, from basics first, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the opposite direction of your journey. Mine is my whole basis is Bible first,
Hmm.
but at the cost of forgetting that you are still in relationship with God. It is still emotional. There are still spiritual elements. There are still spiritual things going on in the world. Do you get me? So
Hmm.
I'm literally the other end of your spectrum where you are going back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to the floaty stuff. Like and I'm not
Mm.
going
But
necessarily, like I
you're
said.
letting it, you're opening.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm letting you cook, I might taste it.
yeah,
You get
yeah.
me? Because
Mm-hmm.
before it wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even know the kitchen existed. Let me say it that way. I didn't
Yeah,
know the restaurant existed.
existed.
Forget, like I had an idea that the restaurant existed, but because it was so off my radar, I didn't even bother myself because I was just like, I've been I, so let's
Yeah.
go. What ifs? Do you get me? And
Mm-hmm.
now it's more of a, because another thing I fear is I don't want to try and find ways to explain things to myself, if that makes any sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's very easy
Absolutely.
to retrofit explanations
Uh-huh.
if something is said, like, you know what I mean? If it
I
fits
agree
too
with you
nice.
completely.
Where, like, it's very easy for me to come up with, like, to blame everything on my spiritual husband or soul
Yeah,
ties
yeah.
or
And I
whatever it is.
really hate when
And
people do that.
so that's my trick, is I'm also like, there is a level. That's why I'm like, I don't think it's complete nonsense. I think there is a level of truth. And that's why I say I'll let you cook and I might taste it, but I'm not eating the whole meal. Because the issue with eating the whole meal means that I have to fully trust that everything you are saying to me is biblically sound. And I have yet, in my biblical background, how I grew up,
Yeah.
I have yet to come to a requirement of this information.
Uh-huh.
Do you get me?
I hear you.
So it's a thing where I lived my whole life without it
Mm-hmm.
and I was fine. So,
I I had a memory that just popped into my head.
yeah.
When was it? Maybe 2, 3 years ago, me, Ember and Trey were at this. It wasn't Port in Autumn, but it was a kind of live podcast thing with
Oh, the one with
Abo,
the Perrys.
Ezekiel, Preston Perry,
Yeah, the
you know who
Perrys
I'm talking about. Yeah, the Perrys and the Zonus.
there's is
Ozonus.
that
Okay,
one.
yes. So anyway, and this is when I realized, I think like really just realized that me and Trey just had different kind of like church backgrounds. So what's his name? Ezekiel Ozonu feels led to, like just get us all to pray, right? And we did simultaneous prayer. And Tracy's like, we're doing what? I'm like, simultaneous prayer. We're all gonna pray at the same time. And she was like, so kind of, so everyone in the auditorium is praying out loud, their own prayers, but focus on a specific whatever Ezekiel had told
Yeah.
us to pray about. And Tracy's just like kind of, I don't know if you're overstimulated or what, you're just like, this is
I was
weird.
overstimulated. There were too
Yeah.
many voices. I
There
was
was-
like, what are we doing? Why? This is messy.
Because the church we were going to at the time, it's like one person prays and you're praying in your heart or agreeing in your heart kind of a thing. Like we don't all pray at the same
The
time.
most you do is an amen, babes. And
Yeah.
even then, you freestyling. This thing of hello, all of us, we all gonna talk same time. And
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Woo, woo. I was like, I don't like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. It can be, honestly, even for me, the first, because the church I grew up in was very much a one person praise. We say amen at the end. You don't even say amen in
Yeah,
betwixt or anything like that. At the
yeah.
end, we all collectively say amen. And
Amen.
so when my family started interacting with different kinds of churches and stuff, I remember the first few times we did simultaneous prayer, it was just like, and you don't know when to end, really. And then because my prayers are short, and my mom can pray for like
Yeah.
a long time. So often, me and my brother are done, and we're just like looking around, and other people are still going and praying, and we just say like, I have no more to say. Like, there's nothing else I have to say, and you're just waiting for the leader to just be like,
What?
Amen.
I'm done, God. Like, that's
Yeah,
it.
no,
That's
literally,
all
I'm
I
just like,
had to
Lord, I'm
say.
I'm done. I'm out of words. That's it.
That's it. That's all my words, Lord.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
But
but in a
anyway, that
real
was
way,
just
I think
interesting.
the the simultaneous prayer thing is always just, and like I said, it's a style thing. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is I'm like, with a lot of these things, until someone brings me a full biblical rundown of some of these things, I'm like, I see the spiritual value in certain, like, that's why I say, I'm gonna let you cook, I might taste it. Because I see the value in speaking to things like, let's just speak to the things that are sitting on my mind now that we have had this conversation. But let's talk about like the soul ties thing. I see how that can be something of value to use for the purposes of bringing someone back to the Bible, if that makes any sense.
Mm.
Because granted, the soul ties thing is a bit hectic, so I don't know if I'd go that far. But
Yeah.
there is value in saying, yo, whoever you give your body to has a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
you gave up a spiritual blessing. Your body is meant for your husband for a reason. God
Mm-hmm.
destined it that way. He planned it that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
there is value there. It's just I don't know if it needs to be a whole, okay, now we're tied together for the rest of our lives thing. She gets because
Mm-hmm.
now I'm like, okay, so and then what?
Yeah.
Must I pray to release them?
And I
But then
think,
you see how now you
mhm.
freestyle and find like to fix the one freestyle, which is the soul ties, you must find another freestyle to fix the freestyle. And then you see how like
Yeah,
then
yeah. And I think
it
that's
doesn't
what
bring
trips
back
me
to the
up,
Bible.
where I'm like, give me the biblical foundation for this. Give me the biblical
Yeah,
evidence of
like,
this. Don't just say
and that's
stuff.
what I'm saying is I'm like, no, I don't mind if you say stuff if it brings me back to the Bible. I'm cool. How you get me there is up to you. It's a road. It's fine. Oxalayo, as long as I go back to the Bible.
Mm,
The issue I have is a lot of the time with these types of things, it's like, oh, yo, you have soul ties. You must fix it. Cool. How do I fix it? So what you need to do is you need to do solace, 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 solace. Oh, how much of that is biblical?
yeah.
Yeah, like if you take this and you interpret it like this, that you
Mm-hmm.
ah.
Uh-huh.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if we're going to use additional sprinkles to fix the sprinkles,
It's
soon there's no more cake. It's just
yeah.
sprinkles.
Yeah. I think I heard someone
You get?
say when you go like too much on, like, you need both the word of God and the spirit. When you go too word, you become like legalistic, but then when you go to
Yeah,
spirit, you're now deceived.
exactly. And I
So,
think that's what it is. And that's why I'm like, I'll let you cook, I might taste it. But yeah, and I think that's what it
I
like
mean, the Bible
that's
says
where
to
I'm at
test
with
every spirit.
test every spirit. And that's what I mean. Like test every
Don't
spirit in the
just
case
drink
of
the
like, I'm like,
Kool-Aid.
no, no, do it. Say your words. Like, because you might have wisdom for me. Because also remember, another thing that you also have to be open to, but granted, it needs to be people who are trusted, like who you trust their spiritual basis as
Yeah.
well. But the spirit can use other people, other
Yeah.
trusted people in the word to speak to you, to be
Yeah.
the messenger.
Hmm.
So that's why it's also like I don't want to like shut it down because like I trust your biblical basis. Do you know what I'm saying? We went to the
Mm.
same church. So like there is a level of what you are saying and you're saying it with the right tentativeness. Where you're like it's a thing I learned about. Do with it as you please.
Yeah.
The people who come in and tell me exactly what's gone wrong with my
That
life as a result
this
of
is
A, B, and
the,
C.
yeah.
Now, this is where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, this episode was supposed to be about dreams, and now
Dreams.
here we are. Ah!
Oh my word. So let me read to you from
No,
that
it started
website.
being about. Huh?
I'm saying, let me read to you from that website, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some
Let's
of
go. Let's go.
the
Let's go. Let's go.
some of the motivation that was used for this, for like why you should pay attention to your dreams. One of them was that Hitler was saved from death because of a dream he had. Um, but I want to get back, I want to get to the different interpretations of the different dreams. Let's see.
And preparations.
Ah, girl, modern day Christians just don't get it. Um, secrets, da da da. Who's this, the president? Okay, anyway, I'm just sorry. It's a long document.
It's okay. Let's just keep in mind, guys. It's 2:30. I'm gonna yawn. It's what it is.
Girl.
So don't pay attention to me, baby girl. I just have to do things to like wake me up. So that's why I'm like, if I move, if I fiddle, it's necessary. So
You
I
gotta do
stay
what you gotta
locked
do.
in.
Yo, dude, I think there's no way to read this thing without somehow like downloading it or what. And I don't know if I can
Ah, never
access
mind.
it.
It's fine.
Yeah. But
It's
anyway, let me
okay.
see. Maybe through images there's one. But okay, I let me see what I can remember. I know there was something about like if you have crocodiles in your dream, I think it meant that you have strong enemies that are working against you.
Halala.
Yeah. And like a lion chasing you also within the same lines. Animals in your dreams chasing you, attacking you. Strong enemies against you, kind of a thing. Yeah.
You know what I hate is the fact that now that you've told me these things, I'm gonna dream about this because my brain is gonna be organizing this information. And now I'm just gonna be like, what is this? But
Yeah.
anyway, I do need to land this plane for us, my darling.
Hmm.
Okay, dearest Chi, I mean, I want to say this. I don't know what this episode even is. Like, honestly, I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's call it the dreams and spiritual warfare. Heavy on the spiritual warfare episode. Anyway, Chi, you started this episode asking about dreams. We went on some rabbit holes and we're here now. So, what were you thinking and what are you thinking now?
I was thinking dreams are a heavy thing. Um, but now I'm thinking I've kind of have a renewed desire to go back to basics and what's the Bible saying, about dreams?
Okay.
Yeah, fear is not fear is not my portion, as people say.
Amen, sister. Amen, sister.
Hmm. What about you, Trey?
Hmm. I am thinking I'm gonna go look up what the hell a spiritual husband is because I'm curious now. Because honestly, can I tell you the only reason I'm latching onto it is I'm also just like, it would explain a lot. Because me and God been fighting about this. I'm just like,
Mm.
I want with you, but like, it's been a second, my bro,
Huh.
my brother. Been a minute. Hey, hey. So I'm just like, it would be nice to have an explanation. But I
Yeah.
also find that when you want an explanation, you'll find one. Do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
Like if you
tricky
look for something,
bit.
so if you look for something, you'll find it. And I think that's why I'm not holding on too tight to this being like the explanation for everything, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind hearing more about it. But yeah, guys, I mean, please tell us in the comments about your dreams or some spiritual warfare stories you have, because apparently that's where we went with this episode. Also, if you interpret dreams and you want to interpret my dream, please feel free. I'm so curious. Maybe I should put it in ChatGPT.
Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. And also, if
It'll
you
be
do interpret
fun.
dreams, don't message me. Leave me alone.
I message her by
Message
herself.
her. Don't
Don't
don't come
message
for
me.
me. Don't talk to
Message her
me.
by herself. Anyway. All right, everybody. This has been I Was Thinking with
Chili.
and Trey Trey. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe and do all the things that people do. Love you. Bye.
Bye.